Hey parents, hey, it's Mark Upsell, elementary principal. Hey, welcome to Kindergarten Roundup. Not our typical Kindergarten Roundup, but this presentation hopefully will help you maybe answer some questions and invite you to our new Kindergarten Roundup, which will be held in August. First thing I want to talk about is our health and any health concerns. So I'm going to bring on Nurse Lego right away to talk it through regarding any health concerns.
Hello, kindergarten families. My name is Alicia Slagle. I am the school nurse here at Goodhue School. The students call me Nurse Alicia. This will be my fourth year when your kindergartner starts next year. My fourth year here at Goodhue School. If you notice, I do have a little bit of a Boston accent. It's not as thick as it used to be, but anyway, I love being the school nurse here. I just thought I would cover a few things going over with this PowerPoint that Mr. Upsall is showing and the packet of information that you received from me regarding some information that we'll need before the first day of school. So the first thing is immunizations. Your child might not be of age yet to get their last round of shots before kindergarten, so don't worry about it as long as they get it before the first day of school, and then I get the record sometime the month of August would be great. So this is what the sheet will look like. I believe yours will be black and white, but you can fill in the dates manually on here, or you can just staple the record to the sheet. Just make sure you're putting your student's name on there. There is a back side to the form as well. So I'll just go over that with you. If your child was conscientiously exempted from some vaccines, you would fill out which ones they are, like for a non-medical exemption, or perhaps they have a medical exemption. If it's a medical exemption, like perhaps they're allergic to a certain vaccine, the doctor would sign down here related to that medical exemption. If it's a non-medical exemption, then you would have to bring this form to a notary and fill it out in front of that notary, and they do need to stamp and sign it. Another spot on here is a history of chickenpox, so perhaps your child, I don't know if I'm in the right spot here. No, I think it's that way. A doctor would also have to fill that out as well. So those are immunizations. You can start turning them in now or sometime over the summer. Health information form is very helpful for me because perhaps your child has asthma, they might have a nut allergy, they could be lactose intolerant. So just those little bits of information are important for us to know at school. So if they do have a condition such as asthma or a life-threatening allergy, seizure disorder, diabetes, then I'll go ahead and meet with those parents and we'll start talking about developing an emergency care plan to have at school, along with medications that they might need to keep. And we could go over this more so before school starts, if they did need an inhaler at school or an EpiPen or any other medication, because we would need some doctor, physician assistant or nurse practitioner authorization. We would need that form filled out as well. And the other thing I just wanted to brush up on is in the packet that you got, it listed like reasons for my child to stay home. Like if they had a fever over 100 degrees, they would need to stay home. If they have some vomiting or diarrhea related to like a stomach bug or norovirus, they would need to stay home. But just to let you know that those guidelines might change with now that COVID-19 is among us. So some of those guidelines might change, and which I would have to notify all of the Goodhue families. So with that, I can't wait to meet you students once school is in session next fall. It's an exciting time for them and for your family. If you ever have any questions, you can go onto the school website and go to the health office, email me, send me a message. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Nurse Slagle. We are so lucky to have Nurse Slagle on board. She works so well with our kids and our staff. Very knowledgeable, so I appreciate her every day. The next thing I want to talk about is your kids. and why they're so great and special. And every kid is so different, and they're a gift to us and a gift to you guys as well, I'm sure. Just like my kids, we have Ben on the left and my daughter Kate and Will on the right. They are so different. And typically in our Roundup day, we always talk about these kids in these trees and where would your kid fall? Because each and every kid is so different. Where Ben might be that one hanging on the bottom, while Will might be way up on top, and Kate might be that super helpful one where she's holding the ladder. So, with that being said, I know you have a lot of questions and you might be nervous about certain things like the bus or expectations or lunch, so you can get along with each other or whatnot. But you also might be super excited um, to send your kid off to kindergarten all day long and so forth. But knowing that every kid is so different, we try to have a program at Goodhue that might fit your kid, at least to start the school year off. So I want you to think about this. We do have a 5-day program with the option of having 4 days. Yeah, so you and the teacher can talk it through like, hey, I want to start my kid out with a 4-day program. What does that look like? Well, they might be missing Wednesday. Wednesdays are shortened day. They start the school at about 8 o'clock or 8:15, and we finish up at 2:15. So they might be missing a special if you miss one of the days, just so you know, meaning they might miss a music class or an art class or a Phi Ed or a STEM class. So we want you to chunk that. So start of the year, maybe to MEA or MEA to Christmas. But after Christmas, we need to have our kids come 5 days a week. Second thing I want to talk about is our long mission statement. But in the end, when they graduate from elementary and high school, we want them to be confident, we want to be a leader. We also want to have them be responsible. So hopefully someday they will want to raise their kid in our town to be a great citizen. We hang our hat on 5 words. We want them to be prepared, be responsible, to get involved, be determined to do their best, and show excellent behavior each and every day at school or at an assembly or in the bathroom or walking down the hall, all the different areas. This is a typical schedule that they might have. We start out with circle time and we do some academic work. And then we might do some social emotional work. Then we do back to academic work. So take a look at that. Recess might vary from like 11:30 to a 12. Next, we have a long 12-page handbook, which I don't expect you to read every page, but you might want to just dive on there and look at under our elementary website just to go through what our expectations are. The biggest thing is I want to talk about is communication. And we'd love to have you come in, work with our K staff and in our classrooms, but make sure you are, our visitor, and we know who's in our building, who's checking out our building. So stop in the office, get a little green badge, and then help out us in any way you can. As far as communication is number one. We need to make sure that the teacher knows everything, the parent knows everything, and the student knows our expectations also. So our kindergarten staff does a great job of kind of a weekly note or a online version of a newsletter. We also communicate on our website a lot through email and through our classroom newsletters. Our district also publishes once a month kind of a district newsletter. Next this is an important button for parents, the parent button on our website. Make sure you click on that button. You need to register kind of your information. We're only as good as the information you guys provide. So if there's updated emails, updated cell phones or addresses, things like that. But in this, you need to get a password from the office. But once you have that password, you get to find out a lot of information about your child. So this will be live come early fall, probably like in August. And you can find out their academics, their report card, how much lunch they're eating. If you apply for the meals application, the application of benefits, that helps out your family if you qualify for that. But it also helps out many other families in our district, especially those that work on our Title I program for math or reading. Some of the programs we have, you can see listed. The biggest thing I want you to think about is that snack and milk cart for about $55 or $65. Your son or daughter can have a snack and a milk each and every day. And parents, might be the best thing. You don't have to worry about what to pack them or her every day. They get about 5 choices of snacks. Other curriculum ideas or things that we do regarding our reading pyramid for language arts. We really work hard on those phonemic awareness up to phonics, comprehension, fluency. But in the end, we want to have people that by 3rd grade that they can comprehend what they are reading. We do this in many different ways, from our letter people to our electronic ERLA, which is kind of the language arts assessments that we do with your child. But we really do some home reading. So we need you guys to be great home coaches and find time to read with them each and every night. For math, we do SRO Math. It's online or in book form. And science is exploratory with our FOSS kits, along with our hardcore briefs for social studies. Hey, if you have a child that might be a little bit behind in math or reading, we have this nice umbrella we call MTSS, which is multiple tiers, supports, and instruction. So we have the Minnesota Reading Corps and the Math Corps that we try to get each and every year. We have the ADSES program, and we also have the Title I and in our special ed services. Some of our specialists are listed here. We have a great team of specialists, along with a great, for the social emotional piece, Mrs. Lodemeyer and Mrs. Slagle and Mrs. Rothmeyer to help those kids out. Lastly, hey, is my kid ready or not? Well, I'm sure you guys are wondering that. All of us parents thought that through. And like I said at the beginning, each and every kid is a gift. They're all different. We want to work as a team and communicate the heck out of it to help your child through this important year of kindergarten. So make sure that you do some of these things, work with them, playing games, putting things away, give them a chore, work on separation. All those things will help if you start now to the day 1 of kindergarten. A couple things we need. Forms, which is due April 15th. We need the student information form that was sent to you, verify all that information, immunization form, and a birth certificate. We need copies of those. In September, the only form that we would need is the application of benefits come September 1. Elementary field trips kind of got canceled this year. We'll find out by Governor Walz what happens with our distance learning, if we do come back to school or not. But some of these trips are, you can see where they go and what they do. Also, preschool graduation, we'll see what happens with Governor Walz. Next, our summer rec information is kind of on hold. We'll see what the COVID-19 does. Swimming lesson is postponed for right now. And also our Wildcat Care is taking applications till July 1st, 2020. And that will probably be held down at the Lions building because of our construction. Lastly, we have some contact information. And finally, if you have any questions about kindergarten, please don't email me, call me, call the front office at 923-4447. We will have a secretary here for the most part of the summer. So please let us know what questions you have and we'll get back to you. So, hey, looking forward to seeing you guys in a more face-to-face come August. And you guys have a great rest of the spring and have a fabulous summer.